I really hope that you guys can't hear that dog barking. What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Zoe, and I am very excited today to talk about some of my favorite kinds of books. I'm going to be doing a little bit of a haul of some graphic novels and mangas that I've been reading lately and some that I've got that I haven't read quite yet. But I'm so excited because I love graphic novels and I'm really enjoying manga for the first time. Graphic novels, I think, are so fun because they never, at least for me, I never get into a reading slump when I read a graphic novel. The artistry, the illustrations, but then also the fact that they're short typically in the sense that you can finish them quickly. I think that that's just so great. If you're ever in a reading slump, I will always recommend a graphic novel. So I have quite a few books to talk about today. Let's just get to it. So I'm going to start off talking about a manga that I'm really enjoying, and that is called The Promised Neverland volume. I have volume 1 and 2 right here. They are pretty cool. So I've really been enjoying this manga because it's not what I was expecting. It's very dark. It's much darker than I was originally expecting it to be, but it's really good. If you like darker stories, a little bit of creepy twist, you will enjoy these for sure. This manga follows a group of children. The three main characters are Emma, Norman, and Ray. They're all the oldest at the orphanage. And basically they live at this place called Gracefield House, which is an orphanage for kids, and all seems to be normal until one day they see that their mom of the orphanage is doing something crazy, and I'm not gonna give it away, but it's crazy. And basically everything goes to chaos. They need to now escape this orphanage before time runs out. They need to get all the other children on board with this and not let mom know that they know her secret. So basically it's just crazy, it's creepy, it's dark, but it's like a whirlwind of an adventure. There's secrets, there's chaos, there's tons of energy, and the art is just very pretty. It's all done really well, so really enjoying these so far. The next book that I want to talk about is a graphic novel that I adore, and it is Catboy by Benji Nate. This is so silly. It is so funny. I love this graphic novel. I got this for my birthday, and it's about a girl named Olive, and one night she wishes upon a star that her cat could be a human so they could hang out together, and he becomes human. Well, basically human, as you can see. If you're a cat person, you will totally get the humor in these little comics. But I have to say, I think my favorite thing is the art. It's so pretty, and not only is it pretty, the colors that they picked are just like, they're all these muted kind of colors, and I am so for that. I love this book. This is so fun to read. If you're looking for something to get you out of a slump, read this book. The next graphic novel that I have is called This One Summer by Jillian and Mariko Tamaki. I think they're cousins, actually. I think they wrote this and they're cousins. I could be wrong though, but I think they're related. So this is a very beautiful graphic novel. I actually just got this. I have not read it yet. This story is about two girls who vacation somewhere off in the beach, and basically it's kind of about them growing up, being friends. I think they meet another teenager that is actually involved in some pretty serious bad stuff, and it's kind of about them dealing with that and growing up and maturing through that. I think the art style is really pretty. I don't know if I've read many graphic novels that are just in a few colors, and the fact that this is all kind of like this purpley blue hue I think is really fun, so I'm really excited to read this one. The next one that I have is another manga, and it is called Sweetness and Lightning, and I actually got this as a recommendation after watching one of Miss Emma Reads a Lot's videos. I think this just sounded so cute, and I was like, I need that. Basically, it's about a man who just lost his wife, and he has to raise his young daughter as a newly single dad. And he's a really bad cook, and so he sets out to learn how to cook. And I just think this sounds adorable. The art style looks really cool and typical kind of manga, and I'm just like, I'm here for it. I am ready to get into this story. Side note, I'm sorry if I keep looking over there. I got a new camera, yay! And the flip out screen is right to my right, and I know I need to look at the little thing right there, but I keep looking at myself. So I'm working on it, guys, don't worry. The next two graphic novels that I have, I'm putting them together because they kind of have like a similar vibe. I think they are both considered probably middle grade graphic novels. I got these for my birthday as well, and I was really excited because the art looks really fun, and I'm all for middle grade. I love middle grade. I think you guys might know that by now, but I'm really, really excited to read both of these. So the first one that I have is called Invisible Emmy, and it's about this girl. I think she had to transfer to a new middle school, and she's very nervous, and I think she meets like the popular, like outgoing, funny girl, and it's kind of like them interacting, maybe becoming friends, I'm not quite sure, but the art style looks so fun. This reminds me of like all the kinds of books that I loved when I was a kid. So I am very much looking forward to just sitting down one day and devouring this book. In the same kind of style, I have a book here called Awkward, and I think it looks so freaking cute. It's about this girl. It's her first day of middle school, I think, too. She bumps into this guy on the first day, and it's super embarrassing, and instead of like apologizing, I think she like pushes him away or like shoves him or something, and so she kind of feels bad about it. It's kind of that story, but then also I think she's a part of either art club, or yeah, I think she's a part of like art club, and their mortal enemies is like the science club, and it just sounds adorable. Again, really beautiful art. I love the muted colors. I am very much excited to get into this one too. I've kind of been saving these ones for when I'm in a really bad slump and I need something to get me out of it. The next graphic novel that I have is not a middle grade. I have not read this yet, but I'm saving it for a specific season. I think you'll know what season as soon as you see it. It's called Through the Woods, and apparently it is creepy, and I like creepy. This is stories by Emily Carroll, and I think there's about 5 different stories, and they're all hecka scary, and I am so looking forward to October to when I can read this. I might read 1 or 2 beforehand if I can't wait, but I thought the art style looked pretty creepy, but not creepy enough to where I would be like not being able to sleep at night kind of thing. Very excited to read this. The next thing that I have, I think I would consider probably a comic, but you guys saw this in my last video, and it is called The Complete Cheese Sweet Home. This is part 1, and it's about little kitty, and it's so cute. As you can see, I'm already reading it, but it's like my husband makes fun of me because I'll read this and I'll make these little noises and I'll be like, ah! The little kitty, she just gets into trouble, and she like sometimes gets really sad, and it just, I'm a cat mom, guys, like you know this, and I just can't. I love it so much. Super cute, really fun. I think the faces that the cat makes is just so funny. I really am loving this. I think there's like 2 or 3 more volumes too, which is just so great. I can't wait to read them all. I have another comic. This is very nostalgic for me because I grew up with these comics. I love these comics. I love these characters. Please, someone out there tell me that you know and you grew up with these, because they're just like my friends. Archie! I love Archie! I don't remember how I got started reading Archie comic books, but I know it has something to do with my mom. Hi, Mom. I've been reading these since, honestly, as far as I can remember, and what I particularly remember is being in the grocery store, and they had them at the checkout lanes, and I would beg my mom to let me get one like every time we went to the grocery store, and she usually let me get it. And I mean, I had like a bin full of these Archie comics. I have no clue where they are. Maybe they're in my parents' basement. I don't know. I guess I'll have to venture down there at some point. But I had so many and I loved them. I think I was on Twitter and I saw something about Riverdale and I was like, oh yeah, they made a show. I checked out the show and I was like, meh, it's good. It's not my favorite, but it's okay. And then I was like, I need to get back into Archie. I love them. So I started with this one. This is the first one I've read in a long time. And this is Archie's Campfire Stories, and I've already read it. It was so fun. I have one complaint about the book. It was very stiff and hard to turn the pages, so I actually had to break the spine, which made me sad. But really, really bright, really colorful, same old Archie, same old crazy antics, Jughead, Veronica, Betty, Reggie. I love them all, and if you're looking for a good fun comics to get into, I highly recommend Archie. There's a few on Amazon. They probably sell them in comic stores. I've never been to a comic store. I should probably go, but definitely check Archie out. He's so great. Way different than the show. Not as intense or creepy. Very silly and ridiculous, but these are so fun. Woo! I'm flying through these. I think I only have a couple more. So the next one that I have is actually, I think, considered probably a children's book, and it's called Nightlights by Lorena Alvarez, and I adore this book. The art is beautiful. This is awful, but I wanted to tear the pages out so I could frame the artwork because it was just so pretty. This is a story about a little girl who loves to draw, and at night she goes to bed and these little like night lights fly in her room and she like creates all these things, and then she wakes up the next morning and has to go to school and she hates it. And it reminded me of being a kid, loving art, getting lost in doing art when you're supposed to be doing other things like school or chores. But there's also a creepy element, I will say. Probably not, like, you might want to read it first if you're a parent before you read it to your kids. It was a little creepy. The ending left me feeling very unsettled. So there's a little bit of a creep factor to this, but the art is fantastic and I highly recommend it. If you're looking for something beautiful to read, go pick this up. Next, I have a manga that you guys already know that I love. I have recorded a video about how much I love it. I will link it down below if you want to check out a spoiler-free and then some spoilers review, but it is Orange. I did that backwards. Orange, I love Orange. It's about our main character Naho, who receives a letter from herself 10 years in the future, and it is warning her that one of her friends might have a terrible future of his own and she needs to save him. And so essentially it's her trying to follow the directions in these letters to save his life, essentially. It is just wonderful. Go read this manga, you guys. If you're unsure about reading manga or you're like, it's weird, I don't know, I read the book backwards, I don't know, go read these. So good. Really heavy on like the friendship tropes. The artwork's beautiful. Need I say more? Go read this. Next, I have another manga that I've really been enjoying, and that's called A Silent Voice. I have 1 and 2 currently. I need to read the rest. I think there's 7 total, maybe 8. It's about this boy, Shoya, who in the first one, he bullies a girl who is deaf in elementary school, and it follows him through bullying her and the consequences of what happens after he does that to both the girl and him. And then I think the rest of the series is essentially him trying to kind of right that wrong. And it's just really good. It's really poignant. The bullying is kind of hard to read. It hit home for me. I was bullied as a kid, so it was tough, but really needed topic. Really fast manga to read, so if you're looking for something quick, it's a really great story, though. I'm enjoying it very much. Next, I have a graphic novel comic. I don't know what you consider this technically, but it's been recommended to me many a time. So I decided to pick it up. I saw it at my local bookstore and I grabbed it. And it is Saga. I did it, guys. I grabbed it. I haven't read it yet. But this is about a man and woman who are on opposite sides of like a galactic space war. And basically they fall in love and defy the space war. And they make a baby. And then it's kind of them trying to live their lives as a young family during this chaotic space war, finding their place in the universe. It sounds legit. There is a warning that it is adult. I'm flipping through it and I do see like some violence, some blood. So warning on that. Don't read unless you're an adult. It should be really fun. I'm looking forward to it. The artwork is really colorful and I'm excited to learn more about these characters. Okay, you guys, I keep showing the books before I say them. I only have 1 more. It's a graphic novel that I'm really excited about. I was book shopping the other day and I saw it in my local bookstore and I was like, I need that. Like, I need it. I just need it. And it is called Home Time. Oh my goodness. Okay, first of all, it's like really big. It's very big. And it is cool. So essentially the concept is just these kids and the final bell of their school day rings and it is time for them to go home. And I don't know about you guys, but I walked home from school as a kid, especially in middle school. I always had like adventures with my friends, and basically these kids are like all excited, it's Friday and they get to go home. They like fall in this river and have this epic fantasy as like friends. And it just sounds really wonderful, really fun. Apparently there's like 4 or 5 different art styles throughout the entire book, so the art style literally changes from like pencil drawings to color to watercolor to like pixelated looking art. I think this is gonna take me a minute to read, so I'm gonna take my time getting through it, but I love that concept of just a bunch of kids trying to get home after school and they have this like crazy adventure together. All right guys, well that is all the books that I have for you today. I really hope that you enjoyed this video. Let me know if some of these books sound cool to you. Let me know if you've read some of these books. Let me know if you're gonna read some of these books. I hope you have a great rest of your day and I will see you soon in my next video. Bye!